What happens when we have an article where we have more than one author? So I want to slide down to I'll slide down to the digital exclusion despite digital accessibility article, because there are two different authors for the publication. And so with this, again, we'll start out, I'll go over to the right and I'll start my full citation. And so it is important to recognize which author comes first. So Sabrina is the first author in this publication on the left, and Alan is the second author. So we start out our full citation with B-U-N-Y-A-N, comma, S period. Again, there's no middle initial. We have an and, the ampersand, the and symbol. Then you go to Alan's last name, which is Collins, comma, a period. Then you go to your open parentheses. The article was published in 2013, period. And then in the article on the left, this time the article has capitalization provided, but we need to remember what the rules are for APA 7th edition. So all the words that are capitalized on the left are not going to be capitalized in our full citation on the right. So the next example would be digital, now a capital E for empirical because it comes after the colon, evidence from, and this time English would be capitalized, city. Okay? And again, a period comes at the end of that. The name of the resource is the Journal of Economic and Human Geography. It's a little difficult to see at the top, but we will type out the entire thing. Now, again, for instance, if it had an abbreviation J and L or something like that for journal, you want to write out journal, the whole word, Journal of Economic and Human Geography. Okay. Now, again, at the end of the name of the resource, we put a comma, and now we've got to find volume and issue number, and that happens to be in the upper right corner. So it's volume 104, issue 5. So I'll type 104, open parentheses, 5, close parentheses, and then another comma. Now I'll go ahead and put the page range too, because it's 588 to 603. So I'll do that, 588 to 603. This time I end with a period, and then I've got my URL that I have to, my DOI URL. So I go over, I right click, I copy that, and I go to my citation, I right click, and I paste without formatting. And so I have everything. Now, of course, one of the things I forgot to mention in my example, I'm not focusing on indentation right now, but everything after the first line, of course, should be indented, one tab order. That should be a given. I want to go back and highlight the name of the resource and the volume number, and I want to italicize those. Now, I want to talk about the two types of citations that I used before. I want to copy those, and I want to bring them down underneath the resource that I just had, and I'm going to paste those. Now, just like I did before, when I entered down, it hyperlinked my DOI URL. So I want to go back and click on that and remove the link. So it should just be plain text. Now this time, since we have two authors, when you are outside of the parentheses, it should be written as B-U-N-Y-N and the full word and Collins, then the date. And so this one would change to 2013. If you're inside the parentheses, then it should be Bunyan, the ampersand or and symbol, Collins. Okay? So if you're citing at the beginning of a sentence, you use the full word and when the authors are outside of the parentheses. If you're inside the parentheses, the and symbol is used.